Okay, today is May 18th, 2016, and right now at about 5 minutes to 8 p.m. In the foothills of Southern California, Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 65 degrees. The relative humidity is 67%. The barometric pressure is 29.95, and the dew point is 57 degrees. We had partly cloudy skies all day today with cumulus clouds. And we did see the jets out today spraying short dissipating trails. So the chances are fairly good that we may see more spraying activity tomorrow because of a, a partial moisture field moving south through the state right here. This may generate some spraying activity by the jets because of this moving south. We have a transmitter right on top of this low that's moving into Canada. You can see the outline of that right here. That is disrupting the jet stream flow right here. This is a second weather system right here. This is a developing gale. We see the moisture right here moving on the jet stream, and that is all being disrupted by a transmitter right here. We can see the effect of that on this map here, the infrared loop. All this is just evaporating because of the heat being placed right here. We can also see that outflow from that descending air. There's a lot of high pressure being installed right here, and that's causing that uh, semicircular outflow that is moving to the south there. All right. Next, we have a low positioned right here over the four corner states. This has a transmitter on it as well. We can see the outline right there. And we have some moisture and chemtrails moving right over the Hawaiian Islands. We can see that. There's a lot of chemtrails in this view right here, in fact, right here at the last few frames. All right, let's take a look at the, see that, all that moisture there, chemtrailing all that. Okay, next we have this is the 300 millibar jet stream map. We can see that a lot of that flow is moving right into Oregon and Washington. Okay, next we have the western U.S. water vapor loop. And we can see close up what's happening here. Here's that moisture field that is moving south. And so in preparation for the higher moisture levels and so forth, the humidity, we see the jets were out probably taking air samples and spraying. Those short dissipating trails, I'd like to know more about those. Not sure what to make of that. We have this upper level low right here. We can see the chemtrails being laid out right here, all through there. A lot of chemtrail activity. Same all through here. This is all just loaded with chemtrail spraying. All right. You see that moisture moving down through the state. This will probably make its way to the LA area by tomorrow. We have a lot of high pressure installed right here. We can see all that clockwise rotation. That's going to block this system, and that also blocked this system here from moving into California. So they've got a lot of high pressure here put in place, and that is going to keep things fairly dry for the Southern California area. Here's the surface analysis map. We can see that high pressure. It's a huge area of high pressure right here. That's going to block this gale force system, which is going to be forced to move to the north. We have another low here, which is indicated to be moving to the southeast. And we have a developing gale indicated here with a cold front. We got another big trough right here with a low indicated right over California, coastal area. And there's a high shown right next to the low. Okay. All right, let's take a look next at the East Pacific. This is the eastern East Pacific. And here we have Central America, all right here. First thing I want to point out about this map and what's going on is notice these thunderstorms, the comparison of what's happening here with this set of thunderstorms and the fact that these have no blast patterns yet. Normally they don't target these over land as much as they would target what's going on right here in 88-degree waters. So we see that these are all being blasted apart. And particularly right here, pay attention right here. There's a couple of storms right here that are being blown apart. Two or three dimples that are shown here. We can see all that the circular shock waves that are moving away right there. All of these are being targeted. We can see the blast patterns right here, all through here, and also up here as well, all through here. But yet over land, these have not been dealt with. These are very large and very intense thunderstorms. And so, but they are targeting the ones that are over the water because the hurricanes will develop in this area. This is where all the hurricanes are born, right down here. So that's why they're hitting these right here. All right, let's look at the infrared loop. We can see the detail. Right here is a good example, right there. Hitting it right about where the center of that is, right about there. We can see what happens. Everything just implodes. The color changes. Pardon me. Yeah, the color really changes right down here. And also all through here, this has all been superheated. And you can see the blast patterns. Now, if we go to the visible light mode, we can see a lot of detail here, especially right up here. Let's just watch that for a minute. It's a pretty good example of what happens when they superheat these. We get that shock wave and blast pattern. Everything expands so rapidly, it just expands out. If we stop this, we can see the instant that they're targeted. These are kind of small little storms, and they hit them right there and there. We can see the two dimples, and then the next frame we see this dimple right here, and then we're already seeing the shock waves right here and right here. And if we just advance through here, we can see the shock waves. There's actually 2 or 3 shock waves on each one of these. Let's just back up and roll through it again. There's 3 dimples right there. One there, and then the next frame we see that one. And we already see and over here they're doing the same thing. It's just that the detail's a little better over here. All right. And plus we can see the overlay right here. They've got overlay. They've been photoshopping. Over here there's some overlay, and also there's some overlay right here. A lot of overlay. So they are probably hitting this system, but we're just very, very early in that sequence. And so we'll keep an eye on that tonight. We do see what looks like a blast wave right there on the eastern side of that storm. So in about 3 hours, we'll get more detail on that as this loop progresses. If we go back, we can see that the corner of that is changing color right there. Right there. That is a big storm. These are being tended to because of the fact that they're over water, and that's where the hurricanes will form, over the water. All right. So we got some pretty good detail. There's blast patterns all the way around this whole series of thunderstorms. So they're obviously paying attention to everything going on here, and not as much over there. That's not the priority. The priority is right here. Okay. All right. Let's look at the pressure maps. We've got the sea level pressure for North America. We can see that big high that's been installed in place. That's going to block this next system. It blocked the one that's now moving into Canada and Washington right through here. There is some moisture moving into Alberta. We can actually, if we go back here in a sec, we'll take a look at that. But we've got the low over Four Corners states. All right, let's take a look at the 500 millibar. There's a low here, and here we've got that low. And let's look at the 300 millibar. We only have half maps tonight, so here's an upper level low here. They've got that transmitter on top of that. We have right here, that's low pressure here. And then we have a developing gale right off the right over the coast of California with a trough shown. So we'll see what develops for tomorrow. Here is the SSEC water vapor map. We can see a lot of chemtrail detail in this map. Let's just take a look at what's happening here in Hawaii. We can see a lot of, this is just a mess of chemtrails. If the fellows out there get a minute, we'd like to hear just how bad it is, but it looks like it's bad because look at all that. They're just spraying vertically, horizontally, diagonally, and it's going right over these islands. So except for maybe Kauai is probably getting a bit of some relief because most of this is going right over these other islands. All right, let's take a look next at, you can see a hell of a lot of chemtrails all through here, all through this moisture field right here. There's a transmitter that's splitting up this jet stream moisture field. So, but look at all these chemtrails right here. That is really something here. They must have a fleet of over 100 jets just out here in the eastern Pacific Ocean because look at this. This is just all over, all through here. This is that dry upper level low. They've got a transmitter on that. Look at here. There's trails being laid out right there. I hope you can see that. This doesn't come out too good. Okay. The next thing is I just had some close-up of the Hawaiian Islands. And we can see all that moisture moving right over the islands, and there's a lot of chemtrails. We can see all that right in here on those last frames. Okay, so that's the summary for today, and we will do another update tomorrow. Okay, that's it.